Hello, welcome back to Trailer Trash. Sorry about the fan noise. It's another scorcher today, kind of. Just in my room. Everywhere else in the world is nice. Just right here. It's fucking miserable. Anyway, this movie is called Disclaimer, starring Cate Blanchett and Alfonso Cuarón, who I'm pretty sure is the director for Prisoner of Azkaban, which is funny because I have my Hogwarts Legacy. I forgot I took a screen cap of it for a thumbnail for my stream, so I was like, that's spooky. That's appropriate for the season, rather. Anyway, I just gotta warn you guys right off the bat, though. This movie's called Disclaimer. See what I did there? Yeah. Check it out.
In a career that spans nearly 20 years, the recipient of this award tonight has cut through narratives and form that distract us from hidden truths. Ladies and gentlemen, an inspiration to us all, Catherine Ravenscroft.
All these years.
Oh, yay, Apple TV, so I don't feel like I have to see it. There's another barrier preventing me from ever wanting to see this.
You have concealed parts of yourself.
To be fair, not just specifically Apple TV, just in general. I have a couple of streaming services that I can afford and I'm okay with. The more you fucking add, the less I'm gonna even bother seeing whatever it is you have to show me, you know?
The world.
To a beacon of truth. Somebody who inspires me every day.
Is that Sacha Baron Cohen? Maybe? Just kind of looks like him, maybe? Or am I thinking a completely different actor? It kind of looks like him. I'm just going to go with it.
Keep everyone in the dark. To maintain a balance. And you think you have succeeded. Until now.
What are you doing? Catherine? Catherine! No, no! Catherine!
It's not me.
Not even a single movie. It's a 7-part event. Oh boy.
They say that destiny knocks at the door. That is not true. Destiny doesn't knock on any door. It crashes in without permission and grabs you mercilessly by
The dick. Sorry, I was waiting for it.
your soul. She needed to feel it. She needed to suffer, as I had.
You've not been honest with us. The man turns up here with a book he has written. You harassed him, you threatened him.
He's the one threatening me. Stephen, I know you're there.
How can you sleep at night?
You don't deserve us.
The world needs to know who Catherine Ravenscroft really is. The world needs to know the truth.
Hey, look at that. They kind of did the whole based on a true story shit. I was going to say, there's an asterisk next to the disclaimer. What the hell? Any resemblance to persons living or dead is not a coincidence. I assume this has to do with, like, from what I'm gathering from the trailer, it has to do with, like, a writer writing someone else's story or something and getting the credit for it. Or, like, this person wrote a story about her and she took the credit for it and called it fiction, maybe. It's a little back and forth. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with it, but yeah, it's very, very cheeky of you. There's Sacha Baron Cohen and Kevin Kline. I couldn't put my finger on him, and a bunch of other idiots. Yeah, Alfonso Cuarón. I'm actually impressed that Alfonso Cuarón directed this because I can't help but notice seeing some of these shots of the skyline. Actually, I kid, but yes, there's some color in the sky there, right? You know, some of these shots.
Catherine Ravenscroft.
Fuck off. Some of these shots. The sky. Okay, never mind. What the fuck is with him making movies and the sky just being gray? Like, seriously, the sky's kind of gray. There's a sun. The sun was out there. Sky is gray. I was gonna make a joke about, you know, Prisoner of Azkaban and all the changes that made it kind of turn me off to the films. I did a whole video on that. But looky, that is his signature. Just gray, dark, the lack of color, saturated, I believe is the word. Yeah, so there it is. But he also did Children of Man, which, again, it was pretty dark and gray the entire time, which is funny. But I feel like, at least for that movie, it made sense. That was a good movie, like, just hands down. I just felt like not a good choice for Harry Potter. Like, to me personally, people fucking love Prisoner of Azkaban, the movie, but I'm just not for me. Her follow-up from Borderlands. I was waiting for a Borderlands reference in the comments. Kind of had to dig for it. Yeah, you go from being some character, silly character from a dumb video game to, you know, I can only assume is Oscar bait to some degree. You know, she's so tormented. Such a tormented soul. Give her the award, you know. Has anybody ever joked about the fact that Academy Awards, at least for actors, goes to any actor who looks like they had to suffer for the role? Like, I guess it makes sense. That's how you know, that's who else would you give an award to if it seemed like an easy role for them or something, right? But it's just so dumb where it's, how far do we go? You know, Leonardo DiCaprio, which honestly I feel was just a giveaway anyway. They're just like, oh yeah, people are joking about Leo's lack of Academy Awards for all these movies he was in. So next one he's in, we'll just throw one at him. But then it happens to be one where it's like he literally had to get attacked by a bear to play the role or some shit. It's just really stupid, really up its own ass kind of bullshit. And that's Oscar bait. That's what an Oscar bait film is. Look at the Joker. Even though I would argue Joaquin Phoenix was already mentally disturbed, so it was an easy role for him to play. But no, he's so broken. He tormented himself for this role. He got the character spot on, so give him the award. At what point do we get to, like, oh, this actor played a paraplegic, and to play their role they chopped off both their fucking legs? Like, you know, it's gonna happen one day. Like, that's how ridiculous this is getting. This person says Blanchett is always superb, deserved the Academy Award for Tar, ... not the nonsense Asian movie person. Typical Academy BS. Asian movie person? What? There's 5 replies, so. I love Blanchett, but Michelle Yeoh. Oh, is that fucking Everywhere All at Once? Some whatever. Okay, well, that kind of proves my previous point wrong. Doesn't seem like she had to die a little bit inside to play that role. Never saw it, but it seems like a fun movie that didn't really require that kind of, you know, inner suffering to achieve. Tar was shite. Perfect example of a movie that tells and tells that says nothing and fails as satire of cancel culture. Then this person says here to confirm that Tar was rubbish too. Felt like boring, blah, blah, blah. This person says moral of the movie is that if you're unfairly tarnished as a terrible human being by the wokes, then you'll unfairly face hell, blah, blah, blah. This guy, though, they get it. Only boomers care about the Academy Awards. Full stop. Just, who gives a shit? If it's a good movie, it's a good movie. What a bunch of rich people say about it should have no bearing to that, right? I'm just saying. Like what you like and ignore rewards. Only one film can win. Since the beginning of the Academy Awards, the best film has never won. Damn, going that far. Yeah, really. I mean, I don't know about best films, but you could look into, like, most influential films. Typically, those completely miss the mark. Like, those films that go on to become legends in their own right and are still to this day regarded for how good they were, never won awards. There's a lot of movies like that where just people didn't get it at the time, but then as it went on, people were like, oh, actually, this was one of the best movies of that year. Instead, we gave it to some other bullshit. I feel like we don't get that as much now, because I think a lot of people's decisions on what to watch is based around what the Academy Awards say, and that always bugs the hell out of me, because 100% of the time I'll hear the premise to an Academy Award movie. I wouldn't see it, but I'd hear, oh, the premise is this, and I'd be like, that, what, Silver Linings Playbook won an award? Like, that's the dumbest idea for a movie ever. I didn't watch Parasite, but I was told the premise of it. I'm like, and does anything? No, that's okay, but so like, it's one of those things where I guess they don't win awards for plot. It's more just filmmaking in general, maybe, but they have to do a pretty good job to make movies like Silver Linings or Parasite be as entertaining as they don't sound on paper. I'm trying to think. Joker, kind of, too. It's like, yeah, take a really colorful and crazy character like the Joker, but make it this dull, downtown Chicago in the 70s kind of movie about a guy with a mental condition, and it's like, and like, where's the fun part of this movie? Oh, it's nowhere. Oh, okay. I'm just saying. I like Joker, though. It's one of the one Academy Award movies I've actually seen. That's the other thing too. I'm such a naysayer that if a movie wins an award, I actively don't want to see it, because I'm just gonna hate it because it won an award. Because I think it's just one of those bullshit things. Because everybody's on about it. Everybody's like, oh, it's so great and stuff. It's like, is it? Or is it because it won an award you think it's like, where was all this talk about movies like Parasite? Joker kind of is different. I assume Everything All at Once, or whatever it's called, is the movie they're talking about. That was getting a lot of traction before it won an award. But, The Revenant, I don't think it won Best Film, but, Leo's got Best Acting, but it's like, it was a very fucking boring movie. What are you talking about? Best, good movie. I don't think anybody watches Revenant, regardless of the fact that it got Leo an award. God, I'm trying to think of other ones like that. Lord of the Rings, that was huge already, and then it won an award. Some are gimmies, but others, it's just like, never heard of Parasite. All of a sudden, it's the most talked about movie after it won an award. And I'm a little skeptical about that. And so if I ever went and saw Parasite on my own volition, my beginning opinion is already tainted by that. I'm already biased towards it because I don't want to like it because I just want to prove that people are stupid when it comes to what a good movie is. That's just me. I'm a very, very positive person, obviously. Anyway, rant over, because that was really all the comments. Came out 5 hours ago. No? 9 hours ago. Not a lot of comments. No one really gives a shit, but, good on you, Cate Blanchett, for not letting a dumb video game cash-in movie let you down. I just heard that movie was terrible. I don't know if it really is bad. But given that it's a video game movie and the trailer looked fucking idiotic, I'd believe it. See, I'm a naysayer if it's positive. If it's a negative popular opinion, I'm right on board. I'm like, yeah, that checks out. Bad video game movie? Mm-hmm. Sure thing. It's how I work, apparently. I'm learning a lot about myself today.